Most men surrender one step before the door opens and then call it wisdom. I have watched the power of the mind grow tired of obeying an aim and reach for a softer story. But here is my warning. The urge to quit is often the final test before results report for duty. If you feel that way tonight, consider it proof that progress is nearer than your nerves admit. I will show you how persistence, joined with definiteness of purpose and applied faith, turns late results into scheduled ones. You will learn to narrow the fight, measure real movement, and keep your subconscious mind loyal under pressure. No theatrics, only a contract you can sign and keep for 30 days, with 3 proofs before noon. By the end, you'll know exactly how to hold the line one decision longer than most men ever do. If critics are loud and options look prettier, good, that means you're close. Stay with me, and I'll hand you the frame that carried me through empty ledgers and long nights. Decide now. You will finish this lesson, and you will finish your next step. Your breakthrough waits one turn past fatigue. Let's reach it on schedule. I know the season when you work for months or years, and the ledger won't move. You wake early, you stay late, and still the stubborn facts refuse to obey. Your plans look tidy on paper, but the world keeps paying you in silence. The power of the mind begins to doubt its own commands and drifts. You whisper the thought no one admits out loud. Maybe this just isn't for me. Count the moments you stood one breath from quitting and called it wisdom. You told yourself to be practical, to pick smaller aims, to want less. Your subconscious mind, confused by mixed orders, stalled the very help you needed. Critics got louder, options looked prettier, and rest felt like surrender to disguised. This is where most men step off the path and teach themselves to hesitate. Hear my warning, your breakthrough often hides one step past your worst fatigue. Persistence is not noise. It is leadership over attention when proof is slow. Definiteness of purpose plus applied faith turns that step into the turning point. Hold your line when the data says nothing yet, results are still assembling. Now let me tell you what I truly meant by persistent, so you can use it. Persistence is not stubborn noise. It is decision kept in motion under pressure. It is definiteness of purpose, refusing to renegotiate when results arrive late. The power of the mind becomes obedient only when orders are consistent. Applied faith provides the fuel. Organized planning provides the track. Together, they convert one more try into inevitability on a timetable. Understand my equation. Decision plus continuous action plus applied faith equals momentum. Decision sets the target. Action installs habit. Faith keeps heat in the boiler. Your subconscious mind must hear the same command morning and night. When the creed stays steady, hesitation loses its vote. When it wobbles, drift enters with polite, expensive delays. Without persistence, even the finest plan dies halfway up the hill. With it, an imperfect plan lives long enough to become excellent. From video 1, you learn purpose. From video 4, belief made practical. Now you weld them. Purpose decides, faith believes, persistence delivers daily proof. Hold this frame and watch what happens one step past the urge to quit. I recorded a story you must keep near your hands when fatigue visits. A prospector bought land, found a thin vein, then chased it with zeal. When the vein vanished, he sold his tools to a junkman and walked away. The buyer hired an engineer who measured fault lines and recalculated the angle. They drilled precisely where the math pointed, 3 feet beyond the last attempt. Gold burst from the rock, not because luck improved, but because method persisted. The first man had desire. The second brought organization, counsel, and faith. The power of the mind in the second camp never argued with a plan. He replaced maybe with measurements and someday with scheduled action. 3 feet is not distance. It is discipline carried one decision longer. I have seen this pattern everywhere I turn my notebook. Salesmen quit a market a week before the message finally fit. Writers abandon a draft just shy of the paragraph that unlocks the book. Entrepreneurs switch offers as feedback is about to become demand. Remember this, when you want to quit, check the angle. Don't sell the tools. As men approach the goal, resistance often rises like a final toll gate. Fatigue thickens simple tasks. Small delays sound like verdicts. The power of the mind, if not led, amplifies doubt faster than facts. You begin translating silence as impossible and slow weeks as never. This is the hour when persistence must speak louder than evidence. Near the finish line, fear changes costume. It swaps panic for logic and whispers, "Be reasonable, pivot away." Your subconscious mind starts bargaining. Maybe this path is not for me. Critics arrive with tidy arguments, and comfort offers a kindly chair. Remember, the closer the prize, the more convincing the excuses. I train myself to audit the voices. If a thought shrinks my aim, it is not wisdom, it is withdrawal. If it proposes rest without a plan to resume, it is retreat. If it offers a shiny detour right when traction starts, it is sabotage. Name these forces and they lose their magic. Name your purpose and they lose their vote. First sign, nothing is working. That verdict usually arrives one hill before the view. When my ledger looked stubborn, I doubled today's proofs instead of having my aim. The power of the mind respects volume and timing. More clean reps, same direction. Example, I raise outreach from 10 to 20 qualified contacts for 3 days straight. On day 4, the wall moved because my consistency moved first. Second sign, criticism and pressure increase. That is not a curse, it is a checkpoint. When noise grew, I asked one question: does this advice advance my mission today? If yes, I used it. If no, I thanked it and marched. Your subconscious mind needs criteria, not crowds, to stay loyal under fire. Keep your schedule, let detractors file their reports with yesterday. Third sign, seductive detours appear, fresh projects promising faster wins. That is drift in expensive clothing. Hold your aim, adjust your method only. Example, keep the offer, refine the hook. Keep the study plan, change the resource. The mindset of success is persistence guided by data, not novelty. 3 more focused iterations beat 1 glamorous restart. Fourth sign, exhaustion and a craving to simplify by quitting. I treat that feeling as a signal to narrow, not to stop. 1 metric, 1 channel, 1 proof before noon until traction returns. Your breakthrough hides behind sustained simplicity, not dramatic effort. If you recognize these 4 signs, take 1 more disciplined step, you are closer than you feel. Here is my frame: purpose, plan, faith, action, kept in rhythm. Purpose decides the destination, so doubt cannot renegotiate it daily. Plan, even imperfect, gives the power of the mind rails to run on. Faith keeps heating the boiler when results arrive late or small. Action converts all of this into proofs the world can count. I never waited to feel ready. I scheduled being ready. Morning, read the purpose, review the plan, choose 3 proofs before noon. Midday, execute without debate. Measure what moved, not how I felt. Evening, log wins, refine the next micro step, guard tomorrow's energy. Your subconscious mind obeys the calendar more than your speeches. Understand, persistence is not endure and hope. It is adapt and continue. Persist in the objective. Edit the method by evidence only. Keep the offer, test a new angle. Keep the study goal, switch the course. 1 degree of smarter effort beats another week of harder drift. Hold this cadence, and you will meet the door most men stop before. Write 1 objective you nearly abandoned. Name it exactly: income, study, health, or sales. Under it, write why it matters to a living person you will serve. Emotion supplies voltage. The power of the mind moves where the current is strong. Now add a 30-day window and 3 daily proofs due before noon. This turns try into a contract your subconscious mind can't ignore. Here is my template. Copy it cleanly on paper tonight. I will achieve result by date by delivering service/value to who. Daily proofs due before noon: proof 1, proof 2, proof 3. I will log wins nightly and adapt methods by evidence, not emotion. Sign it. Date it. Post it where your eyes must read it morning and night. For extra torque, choose a witness, a partner who sees your ledger. Report the 3 proofs each day with no speeches, only numbers. If you miss, you don't negotiate, you double tomorrow's first proof. Your subconscious mind respects consequences tied to purpose. 30 days of this contract will do more for your future than 30 months of drifting. Thomas Edison met failure, so often he learned to greet it by name. Another way that will not work, he would say, then sharpen the method. The power of the mind, under his command, never translated delay as defeat. He kept the objective steady and let experiments change, not the aim. His breakthrough lived on the far side of fatigue, and he walked there daily. Henry Ford was laughed at for ideas no market wanted. He did not debate the chorus, he perfected the process. My interview showed the same rhythm. Decide, persist, adapt, repeat. Your subconscious mind builds courage when your calendar proves loyalty. Ford's critics tired before his conviction did. That is why his factory won. Across 500 cases, I saw the identical checkpoint. The urge to quit spiked just before the method finally fit the market. The salesman's 20th iteration became the first one buyers heard. A publisher's 10th pitch landed where the 9th had softened the ground. Believe this, your breakthrough often clocks in one shift after your patience wants to clock out. When a man quits, the project is not the only casualty. His self-trust takes the wound. The power of the mind keeps a ledger, and every retreat teaches it to doubt the next command. You think you saved time, you paid it forward as hesitation. Your subconscious mind remembers who kept promises and who broke them. Break enough, and courage requests permission you no longer know how to grant. Quitting also installs a costly illusion. I'll return stronger later. Later arrives with a heavier anchor, because doubt compounds like unpaid interest. Each abandonment trains your reflex to seek exits just before impact. The mindset of success cannot grow in soil that's tilled for escape. Hold the line one more day and let proof, not panic, vote on your future. Here is my countermeasure when that itch to stop feels noble. I reduce scope, not standards. One channel, one metric, 3 proofs before noon. I tell a witness my plan and report numbers, not narratives. If I miss, tomorrow begins with a double proof to repair trust. Do this for a week and watch resolve return to its post. Persist in the objective. Edit the method by evidence only. If the aim is sound and serves others, I do not renegotiate it on hard days. The power of the mind needs a fixed target, not a moving billboard. But I change the route the moment data shows friction I can engineer away. Stubbornness worships the plan. Persistence serves the purpose. Here is my audit I run on paper. Is the offer solving a real pain for a real buyer? If yes, persist. Are my messages reaching qualified ears? If no, change the channel or the angle. Are my daily proofs tied to the bottleneck that matters most? If no, retarget them. Your subconscious mind executes cleanly when your questions are this specific. Example, keep the goal 20 clients, but shift the method. Same promise, new headline. Same service, new outreach list. Same product, tighter guarantee. In study, keep the certification, but replace the resource that isn't teaching you fast enough. In health, keep the outcome, but swap tactics, earlier sleep before harder workouts. This is persistence with intelligence. The destination is non-negotiable. The technique is humble. If tonight felt heavy, hear me clearly. The urge to quit is not a verdict, it is a gate. Hold your aim one decision longer than comfort suggests. Reduce scope, not standards. One channel, one number, 3 proofs before noon. Report to a witness, log your wins, and let results, not moods, decide your story. Your power of the mind will obey the command you keep repeating with action. Sign the contract you wrote, 30 days of loyal effort toward one outcome. Persist in the objective. Adjust the method by evidence only. When detours glitter, ask, does this advance the mission today? If not, march. Each day you finish, your subconscious mind trusts you more, and confidence begins to lead. Remember my warning, your breakthrough comes after you want to quit. As for what's next, prepare to face the enemy that dissolves persistence from the inside, fear. In our next episode, I'll hand you a practical system to disarm criticism, doubt, and hesitation on schedule. If you intend to be unstoppable, stay with me. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and keep your contract where your eyes can't miss it. Tomorrow at dawn, your 3 proofs are due.